Good afternoon. Today is May the 26th, and it happens to be the feast of one of my favorite saints. His name is St. Philip Neri, and he died back in the year 1595. And this was a while after the Protestant Reformation, when we had lost many, many people to the Protestant church, and at a time where there was a lot of corruption in the Catholic Church. And even as a layman, St. Philip tried to re-evangelize the city of Rome. In the 16th century, it needed a lot of evangelization. And Philip gained strength through a long retreat that he took. And then he would start up a conversation in Rome with whoever he happened to come into contact with and say, well, when shall we start to do good? And such an engaging personality did he have that the person would go along with Philip and they would do some good. People responded, and so Philip would take them to hospitals to visit the sick or show them how to care for the hungry and the needy. Finally, at the insistence of his confessor, he went into the seminary and became a priest. Afterwards, he established the Oratorian Fathers, but his greatest work was in the confessional, where he spent long hours every day reconciling sinners to God. He had a wonderfully joyful disposition and a wonderful sense of humor. One time during Lent, in order to do a little penance, he had a nice beard, and he shaved half of it off, walking around the city and showing the people what he was doing for Lent. On another occasion, a cardinal who was attracted to Philip, along with many others in Rome, was talking to Philip, and as they were talking, Philip took a pair of scissors and started cutting the buttons off of the cardinal's garments until finally the poor cardinal had lost all of his buttons. He had a great sense of humor, as I mentioned, and one time, in order to make a point, he noticed somebody was leaving church early, having just received communion, just walking right out the door. So Philip knew that was not the way people ought to receive Holy Communion, that they ought to spend a few moments giving thanksgiving to the Lord. So the next time this man did that, left early, St. Philip sent a couple of altar boys with lighted candles to escort him down the aisle and out the door and into the street. Needless to say, the man was embarrassed and he never left Mass early again. St. Philip had a wonderful little prayer that he would pray every morning, and it's a good prayer for you and me. He used to pray, Father, be with Philip today, otherwise he will surely fall. And if God is not with us every day, every step along the way, we too will fall. So let us try to turn to God every morning and start the day with prayer, hoping that God will give us the grace that we need to become saints in this modern age.